here. Yeah. Yeah. Let's keep tapping that screen, man. Let's get up to 5K right briefly. Share the live. We only got 5 shares. We should be able to get up to 50. Let's get up to 50 legit shares. What up, everybody on the YouTubes? The YouTubes will be here shortly. I appreciate y'all, man. I hope everybody had a great morning. My morning is still going. It's only 10:39 over here on the West Coast. I've been up for like 3-4 hours. What up? What up? I got so many things I want to discuss. So many things. I see y'all, man. I got so many things I want to touch. I want to touch on, but we gonna see what we can get through today. We gonna see what we can get through today. Should be a good day. What up, Celestial? You here early? You missed out the last time or the day before yesterday. Actually observed a few interesting clips. Made it with no notification. Yeah, they be hating. They lost the right to show women. That's about it. JW, what's good, family? Oh man, good luck with the live. Yeah, we locked in. The lighting on point today. Okay, I got more lights to cut on, y'all. I feel like I should cut my other lights on that I normally have. Hold on, let me see. That's one of my other lights. That's my other light. There we go. Hello. Hello, America. Hello. Yeah. Is it better or worse? It's a great question. Great question. We trying to figure it out. So let's get into it, man. How do you guys feel about this? Men, how is feminism and feminist movements hurting you? Us? What rights have men lost due to feminism? What opportunities have men been locked out of? And would you ever support a feminist movement? Um, oh, that's interesting about Kamala. Maybe one day I'll talk about Kamala. I don't really have the patience to talk about electoral politics right now. Some men feel they have lost the right to oppress women. That's absolutely true. Supporting feminism is death better for men. I agree. Supporting feminism definitely is a good thing for men. It's one of the reasons why I support it, because it's a good thing for everybody, not just men. It's one of the few things, you know, one of the few broad ideas that we can get behind that really helps everybody. Who paying you $50? Whoever wants to drop people, stick around. It could be you. It could be you that makes somebody want to pay $50. You can come up. So they realize 50-50 is feminism. It's a good question. I don't know. It's a good question. Yep. We got to talk more about the goodies the men respond to benefits. That's true. Some people think feminism is anti-man when it's literally just pro-women's equal rights. Yep, and children. Some men don't see how men and women are equal. So in that case, you can see how it would affect them. Once again, the quiet part being said out loud. And by some men, do you mean you, dirty rotten people? You can say you. It's okay. It's an interesting take. Let's see. What up, Kay? Very interesting. Sugar Smacks, what's good? What up, Rob? Um, they want us to be equal when it comes to bills and work. Mm. Yeah, saying that women aren't equal. I think that's the whole point of it. I think that's the whole crazy. I think that's the whole thing that makes it kind of wild, right? That women aren't seen as equals. If men view women as human, they would want us to be equal. Absolutely. Women getting equal rights takes no rights for men. It does. It doesn't. I mean, I agree. It doesn't take any rights from men. But let's see what the men's got to say. The reason, so I was in a live earlier, observing a live, I should say. I wasn't in it. It's a problem when men are more feminist than masculine. What you mean by that? 1804. I don't know what that means. What up, Heather? Yes, I do mean me, but I'm not quite about it. I'll tell anyone anywhere. I'm not quiet about it. Not quite about it. Um, yeah, well, come up and tell us about it. I mean, I've requested you up. What's the hold up? We'll just mute you. That's fine. You know the rules. 1804. What's good with that? What was that about? I don't understand what that means. Yep, JP, black men definitely think their oppression comes from men. Absolutely. Comes from women. 1804, what's good, fam? Come on up, bruv. Oh, okay. Okay. Tread lightly in them comments. I'm gonna let you live today. Runaway bride, yeah. What up, y'all? You said you were observing a lot. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. There you go, JW. Thanks for reminding me. So I was in a live earlier, and in the live, so they were asking a question about black people specifically. You know how we like to do it. But it was about like, did feminism ruin the nuclear family? What up, villain? What up, Jerry? Did feminism ruin the nuclear family? It was interesting. It was interesting to listen to the men respond to it. But it was also really disturbing because, yeah, the black nuclear family. Yeah, it was, did feminism ruin the black nuclear family, which it would also apply to all nuclear families. That's why I don't understand why it was relegated to the black nuclear family. You know what I'm saying? Like, as if there was ever a white T nuclear family. You see what I'm saying? Like, so if feminism destroyed the black nuclear family, it would have destroyed the white T nuclear family as well. But you, like I said, that's why I said, you know how we do. We like to like focus on ourselves as if that's an issue that only affects black people. You know what I mean? Like feminine, like in that very live, the black men were saying that the white T women started the feminist movement and tricked black women into following them. Right? Okay, I'm not even about to fight it with that. Whatever. But then but then I'm like, okay, so that means that white T women were actually the ones pushing for feminism, according to you guys. So how did the white T feminist movement destroy the black nuclear family? Since y'all like to separate them, because y'all always like to act like it's just black, only black people was affected. Somehow, some way, black people live in a vacuum, not in America. I don't know how the fuck that happened, but allegedly it destroyed the black nuclear family. So I'm like, but wouldn't the white T feminists destroy the white nuclear family as well? Right? I don't know. It's weird. But white T men say the same thing about the white T nuclear family, just so you guys know. That's why I think it's funny when black men or black people try to act like it's a black issue. It's weird. Exactly, Jerry. What black nuclear family? Black people have never had a nuclear family. We never had it. And it's not something to aspire to have. The nuclear family is not something to aspire to have. But if you look up, if you look it up, I read this article on this like a while ago, but the article is actually written decades ago. And it was talking about how the nuclear family, because so anytime in America when you read an article and it says the nuclear family, they're talking about white people. Most, you know what I'm saying? They're just talking about America in general, but we know that the vast majority of Americans are white, right? So it was saying how the nuclear family was always a failure. It never got off the ground. And they highlighted all of these stats and different things. Like the nuclear family never got off the ground, not even for white people. Because it was never a real thing. It didn't make sense. It doesn't make sense now. That's why it's so hard to get people. That's why it's such an unattainable dream for a lot of people, because it was never a thing that actually could come to fruition in our society. Exactly. It's not sustainable. So it was always doomed to fail. And they knew it. They knew it was doomed to fail. Always. They never thought this was a good idea. It was not. It wasn't like they did it with us, with our best interests at heart as Americans. That's not what happened. They literally was like, yo, like, how can we make more money? And then they created this concept, right? So to hear Black people glorify something that was created in a think tank by some capitalists 80 years ago, and then fast forward to 2024, try to blame feminism for destroying a thing that was never an option is funny to me. Haley Lua, you can come up. What's not true? I invited you up. You guys say not true. I would love to hear what's not true. You got to be, don't just say random stuff like not true. I tell you, that sounds trolly. Wrong, not true, that's a lie, stuff like that. Follow it up. What's not true? How is it not true? What's not true? Be specific. Let us know. But it's hard to do it in the chat. That's why I invite you guys up all the time, because it's hard to do that in the chat. Right? Yeah, exactly. It's only 18%. It's crazy. Exactly. The argument like kindergartners is crazy. Look at you being the feminist guard. The feminist guard dog, Black Ginger. That's what I am. It's funny. I like that term. Feminist guard dog. I love that. Are my nails periwinkle? They're purple, but they look different on YouTube. It's stupid. YouTube's color is off. I don't know what's going on. I'm not this color. I'm not this shade or tone or whatever. In real life, I don't know what the hell's going on. I mean, they didn't just create feminism for money. Oh, who said that they created feminism for money? I didn't say that. I said they created the nuclear family for money. $50 to drop an op, to drop somebody in the box if you would like to. But there's nobody up here yet, but they'll be up here. Why do they want to support men? I don't know. Yep. If equality destroys a nuclear family, it needed to be destroyed. Sounds like oppression. Damn. Wait a minute. We might have a winner here. I like this one. This is the best way to put it. Let me see. If equality destroyed the nuclear family, then it needed to be destroyed. Sounds like oppression. Same thing with businesses. If you can't afford to pay your employees a living wage and your business folds, then you weren't on, your business model was not it wasn't a sustainable business model, right? So if any business is saying, how am I going to pay my employees $30 an hour? Then you need to pack it up, because that means you're exploiting your workers. If you can't pay your workers a living wage, then you're exploiting your workers. Same shit. Sounds like oppression. Exactly, Heather. Exactly. Same concept. So if something that advocates, which feminism advocates for the equity of men, women, children, everybody, right? Um, equity for men, women, and children. If that's the core focus of feminism, then and then you're saying that feminism destroyed the nuclear family. Then what does that say about the nuclear family? That women were subjugated within the nuclear family, which they were and are the majority of the time. Women are exploited in the family the majority of the time. Their labor is constantly exploited. Yesterday, clearly women's bodies are exploited. Clearly. Had a whole live on if a woman withholds their body or whatever, I just use the word withhold, but if a woman says no to Smex, is she entitled to give Smex to her husband? And if she doesn't, is it abuse? You guys saw that. So the woman's body is exploited and her labor is exploited every single day, all day long. Nuclear families are the worst for that exploitation. Happens the worst in the nuclear family. That's when the majority of the women's bodies and labor gets exploited. May I ask you for or against feminism? I'm for feminism. I am 1,000% for feminism. I'm so much for feminism that I think that pretty much that's the magic pill that'll solve all of our problems at this point. Feminism answers everything gets answered through feminism, through a feminist movement. What up, Suburban Bay? All of the things that because I used to like compartmentalize everything about, you know what I'm saying? I would be like, we got to stop racism. We got to stop, you know what I mean? Like all these isms or whatever. And then when I came to understanding feminism and feminist movements and things of that nature, I was like, interesting. This seems like it's the pill, it's the cure. Right? Like if we just focus on this, we'll be okay. Sonia Messi. I don't know, man. That's an emotional one for me. I don't do well talking about that stuff in public, to be honest with you. But definitely justice for Sonia. Definitely justice for Sonia. That was crazy. That was wow, man, that was crazy. Did you hear what the dude said? The person that unalived her after what he said, like all the stuff he said afterwards was crazy. Like watching the video was wild. That was like, yep, called her a crazy bitch. Said he wasn't going to help her. She's already gone. That was a headshot. Like, I'm not going to even waste my medical kit on her. I'm not gonna catch a hot pot of water to my head. Then run away. Why was your why was your option? I don't know. That's what I'm saying, man. I can't. I don't know. That shit right there. I'll get my live band. Let me put it like that. Talking about that stuff, definitely I'll get my live band. The way that I talk, I can't. There's no way for me to do it. I'm gonna make a post on it though, for sure. 100%. But that's crazy. Yep. Fired from multiple precincts before. Like my wife was talking about it. We were talking about it last night. She was like, because she's a school psych, and she was like, if you get fired as a school psych, it's almost impossible to get hired again. She was like, so how is it possible for all of these police officers to get fired and to keep getting job after job after job? Like it's almost like they want the ones who got fired. It's weird. No bond, huh? No. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was a tough one. That was a tough one. That was a tough one. We supposed to call, and are we supposed to call the police? That's why people be, when I be telling people I don't call the police, they be like looking at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless I gotta call the police, like I got into a car accident because I don't want to make it. I ain't on no hit and run type shit. You got to call the police. I've never called the police. I'm not a police. I don't call the police. Definitely not to come to my house. I did. You know what? I remember I called the police one time. I called the police one time on this dude, man. Hey, man, this dude was on the freeway and we were driving and it was late at night and this dude was going lane to lane from the carpool lane to the service lane, just swerving for like 2 or 3 miles, and I was like, oh, he gonna kill somebody. He gonna unalive somebody. Like it was gonna happen. Yeah, this wasn't a social issue. He was a drunk driver. They ended up pulling him over. I saw the whole thing. Yeah. I Yeah, it's crazy. But then it's like if a woman is being, abused in her home, call the police. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Because a lot, especially black men, will be there like on there, like, you gonna call the police on me? Like, yeah, call the police on that fool. Like, that's how it's a catch-22 though, because it's like I'm also at the same time, I'm like, damn, but am I putting you in harm's way by suggesting you call the police? You know what I mean? Because you see what happens when you call them up to your house and you let them in. I don't know, man. It's a tough one. I'm still on the call them. That's how I'm on some, like, if they in there, if your man is in there terrorizing, you call him. You know what I'm saying? Call him. I don't know. Right? She was just joking. They told her to go turn the pot off. She goes to turn the pot off. What? If her intentions were to hurt you, wouldn't she have been the one to go to the pot in the first place? Y'all told her to go get the pot. It kind of reminds me of Philando Castile when they told him, like, when he was like, yeah, I got the weapon, I got the license. They were like, oh, let me see the license. And then he reached he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go get the license. And then they popped him. Like, the fuck is wrong with y'all? They escalate every situation. The police escalate like 99, like, I don't know the numbers on this. I feel like they escalate 99.9% of situations though. Personally. They almost never de-escalate stuff. They almost never de-escalate a situation. And then, they said the woman had some mental issues. They said Sonia has some mental issues or whatever. Don't we all? Especially if you black. At the very least, we all dealing with anxiety. I mean, you know, I saw a video of this woman. She was trying to get IDs for, like, she was trying to get like her government, her local government or whatever. It might be a federal thing. I don't remember, but she was basically trying to get, like, how we could put like donor and, other little things on ID. She wanted to put, like, if you have like a mental, like a mental health problem, and throw it on your ID or whatever. And I was like, absolutely, especially like for my son who has autism, you know what I'm saying? Um, Hopefully that would help. At the hopefully, hopefully that would help. But it's a good idea nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? I'm down for the idea, but I'm just saying, like, hopefully, fingers crossed. I just don't really yeah, man. Yeah, very really much. What you want us to do? We can't call the police. They don't serve and protect. They don't solve no crimes. Um, and then people think I'm crazy when I say we need to get rid of we need to we need to destroy the whole system that is the criminal justice system. We need to get rid of it all. All of it needs to go. Root and all. Just rip it out. People think I'm crazy. I told people this. I said, if we spent all the money, if we took all the money, because I think I'm in LA. I think LA they spend, I think the budget is like 2 billion or so on the police. If we took $2 billion in LA for the county of LA, that would solve homelessness and the mental health crisis. And education. We can do education, mental health, all of it solved. If you did that, what would you need police for? Right? This idea that just bad people exist, bad people just exist for the sake, like it's not real. Y'all got to get out of that Bible shit. That's what that religion be doing to us. All people are born evil. Like, nah, bro. There are things that contribute to the way that people act. Lack of education, lack of resources will drive anybody up the wall. Period. Addictions that are driven by anxiety because you don't have access to stuff and you can see the writings on the wall. Give everybody somewhere to sleep, food to eat, clean water to drink, and an education. We'll be all right. We'll take it from there. We'll take it from there. We'll take it from there. Yeah, I grew up in a pseudo religious home. My mama used to try to take me to church and tell me to pray for my food and stuff. It's about as far as it went. But then I actually got baptized when I was 20 on my own. So yeah, my thoughts on the police, on the police and apparatus in America. I mean, we gotta, get rid of the whole thing. Get rid of the whole thing. Get rid of the whole thing, man. We need to reimagine it. There needs to be some form of justice. Don't get me wrong. There needs to be some protect, no doubt about it. But we got to get rid of the whole thing at this point. I don't know what more evidence do you need? Sandra Bland, Sonia, Brianna, Philando. These are recent ones. I'm just naming the fresh ones. You know what I'm saying? I'm naming the fresh ones. You know, we already know the history, the origins of policing in this country, where they come from. I don't be understanding it. I I don't understand how any black person, any citizen, anybody is advocating for the police. Cop City getting put up in Atlanta, in Georgia right now. What's going on? Like, what y'all want, man? And you know what's crazy? That's just the wild Dante Wright. Golly, man. Dante Wright. What was the autistic boy that got unalived in Colorado? See, fears. Fears. Gaines. Oh my God. Korean Gaines was crazy. Korean Gaines. Korean Gaines was so crazy, y'all. That was a movie watching that whole thing play out. Wild. Elijah McCain. Yeah. Yeah, man. Elijah McCain. Crazy work. I mean, and that be the extreme cases that we talk about. But I don't even the thing is, I don't like focusing on the extremes. Even though, you know what I'm saying, like when I talk about abolishing, I don't even like doing that because that's the stuff because those are well, they'll start doing that. Well, what percentage of the people get we know. Okay, cool. But what about all the individuals that have been wrongly accused, locked up, all the brutality that didn't result in an unaliving? You know what I'm saying? People getting paralyzed, getting legs broken, people getting heads, skulls cracked. Sean Bell, 160 bullets, like just wild stuff. Like, but that's like I said, like that's the extreme. That's the extreme. That's the extreme. That's the extreme. The essaying, the Smollett station. Like talk like there's so the battered wives. Talk about that stuff too. Let's talk about that stuff too, right? Because I think because that's the stuff that we all could that everybody got a piece of. You know what I'm saying? Like we all, you know what I mean? Like a lot of us, yeah, how they abuse the unhoused, like just all of that stuff, man. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that too, right? All right along with the extreme cases, because the picture we got to paint is from the ground up is corrupt. I feel like sometimes when you only focus on the extremes, a lot of people swat that away as one-offs, right? Same thing with femicide. They do the same thing with femicide. Focusing on femicide, they swat away all the abuse prior to femicide. You know what I'm saying? As if like there's not like 19,000 other terrible things happening besides femicide. So when you just like femicide, they go, oh, because I've heard them, their argument, well, what? That's one out of every 100 million women get under. It's like that. We already know that's not an excuse, but okay, you got it. Okay, you got it. That's one. What about what about the 1 in 4 girls that get abused in their home? What about the 1 in da 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 da? What about the what about the millions of this? What about the hundreds of thousands? What about you that were abused in your home? What about like let's talk about that stuff too. Let's not forget about that. Let's not forget about that. Let's not forget about the Rodney Kings. You know what I'm saying? Let's not forget about the Rodney Kings. Rodney King wasn't unalived, but they jumped on that man's head. Seven police officers jumped on that man's head on camera. It's not my boy actually the hated hero. If you guys ever seen that video of that woman getting that black woman getting pummeled on the side of the road by the police officer a few years ago, this is recent, like 4 or 5 years. He was the one that filmed that and gave it to the news outlets. He calls himself the hated hero. Yeah, but he did that, man. That was crazy. You know what I mean? Shit is crazy, man. That's what I'm talking about. We gotta the whole apparatus, man. The whole apparatus, them stealing your money. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about all the times that they seize your funds and they just keep it? Can we talk about that? Just stealing, they just be stealing your money, stealing citizens' money. They could just, hey, we think you selling drugs. I'm not. I'm not. Well, you can come get the money back after the money be gone. I think like 90% of that stuff don't ever go back, don't ever get back to the owners. They the biggest thieves, they the biggest gang on the planet. No, not the biggest gang, the military, but police too. We think you're distributing narcotics. What's all of this? Money. I'll just take that for now. Never get it back. You never get it back. This is average, by the way, in my mind. This isn't the extreme. This ain't the extreme version of policing. This is the regular. Policing is extreme. It's all extreme. All of it is. They don't de-escalate shit. Everything is racism and sexism and misogyny. Like it's where all of the worst parts of our society converge. And you just see it play out day after day after day. The misogyny off the charts. The misogyny off the charts. The racism off the charts. The what's it called? Oh man, what happened when people the classism is off the charts. Classism is police classism is crazy. It's wild. So yeah, man. ACAB all day. Yeah, asset forfeiture. Yep, exactly. Exactly, Wade. That's exactly what it is. Crazy. Crazy. Do black women take racism lightly? GV? What you mean? Black women take racism lightly? That's news to me. I think black men take racism lightly. Oh, of course some do, but I don't know. I wouldn't say like as a whole, black women take racism lightly. Like generally speaking, never heard that one. That's a new one. Black men take racism lightly for sure. We excuse racism all the time. Definitely disarm the police. Definitely take the pew pews away from the police. Absolutely. Yeah. Definitely get rid of the pew pews. Exactly, Sailor Goon. I know, Jess. Exactly. You can say some do about any group. That's why I was like, okay, like I ain't about to argue with you. Some do. I guess. Japan too. A lot of developed countries don't. The police don't have pew pews. What? I'm GV. Come up and explain this to us, please. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm very. What does that mean? They always saying love is love. What we talking about, bro? What's going on here? What's that about? Oh, oh, that's the homophobia. Oh, okay. Hmm. GB, where you at? Oh no. Oh no. That's one invite sent. Two invites sent. Don't do that. Okay. We gonna mute GV for the live. You can come up and get unmuted. You muted for the live though. Y'all be having a lot to say in them. Y'all be having too much to say in them chats, brother. I need to hear it. Yep. Armed police or specialist. What y'all talking about in this chat? I mean, I'm seeing maybe that's what it was too, JP. I don't know what he was talking about. Um, what's going on down in this chat? Y'all said what now? I see something about Oakland in there. Y'all talking about Cali? What's going on in Oakland? Let's disarm the police. What's not an answer? I'm very curious. Damn, I wish I caught that conversation. So I'll be needing y'all up on these panels so we could yap about it. I can't read all these damn comments. Go ahead, GV. Well, please explain yourself. I'm so confused. Who's policing the police? Nobody. The police are policing the police. That's why that shit don't work. The police are policing the police. GV, what's good? You there?
How you doing, host?
I'm doing great, man. What's going on?
want to say that a lot of black women, they act like they don't know that this society is racist. They don't act like they don't know that this society is double standard, which it is. Society accepts black women dating white men, but then when black men date white women, it's a problem. Am I telling a lie, or am I not?
I'm gonna say you're telling a lie, yeah.
So it hadn't been a lot of black men in the past who lost their life in the 60s, 70s, and 50s for trying to date white women.
Yeah, they did. What does that got to do with black women? Okay, black women didn't unalive them.
But they come at me like I'm just talking nonsense. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. They know that I'm telling the truth.
But wait, but black women didn't unalive them black men though, brother. What's your point?
I'm saying that a lot of black women walking around here like racism don't exist.
Okay. But what is that? But what the example you're trying to use doesn't prove that point though. That's what I'm trying to understand. Because what did black women, like what were you bringing up that black men were unalive for dating white T women in the 50s, 40s, 50s, and 60s or whatever, right? Okay, that was happening. I'm listening.
Okay, I'm saying, like today, in 2024, if a white man date a black woman, so first of all, society is racist and double standard. So I'm gonna just say that right quick. Okay. But then if black women choose to date white men, society encourages it.
What's it? Wait, GV. When you say society, because you know society would also include white T people, right? You're saying white T people encourage that because they don't. So don't say society. You mean you're saying that in the black community, when black women date out, that it's encouraged?
I'm saying that when black women date white men, it's okay. But then when black men date white women, it's a problem. It's a double standard.
What? That's not true. What are you talking about? Brother, hold on, GV.
It's not a double standard.
It is a double standard. The other way. I agree. It's a double standard. The other black men been dating out. What are you talking about? Black men been dating out, bro. Take it from me. I know. Black men have been dating out.
Okay. So this what I'm saying. White supremacy has always tried to do whatever they could to push black women to leave black men. That's their whole agenda. They want black women to leave black men. No matter how good of a man black men are, they want black women to leave black men. So when black women date white men, it's like, okay, come on to us. Come on to us. This is what we want. Y'all falling for the agenda. But then when black men date white women, it's like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Can I ask you a question? First of all,
yes.
White T people, white T culture, white T supremacy does not want black women or black men dating white people. First and foremost, just unequivocally, that's false right off the rip, right? You think when those black women date those white T men, or when those black men date those white T women, when they go over those people's houses, that those families welcome them with open arms? They don't. They don't. Nan is saying racist stuff about their babies. The dad still calling them Jamal, and his name is Brian. Like, what are you talking about? Like, they are definitely still experiencing racism in those families, first and foremost, from the white T people specifically from them. So white T people are not trying to bring black women to white T men. That don't even make sense. That's crazy. They are actually discouraging white T men from dating black women. I just got done talking about this. I just saw the clip with the white T man, and he was on it. He was on that podcast, and he said it was two beautiful black women. He's sitting in front of two pretty black women, and he had to admit, you couldn't deny it. He was like, "Yeah, you're beautiful, but I would never date you." So he was like, "Yeah, he was like, he didn't say why though. He never admitted to the why, But the why is obviously because he would be shunned in his community if he dated a black woman. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. So I don't know what you're talking about. Like, that just, what you're saying isn't true. And I'm not understanding, what does any of this have to do with black women? I don't know how we're getting to blaming black women here. I'm still trying to find that angle for you. What do you mean? What do black women have to do with any of this? Sounds like a white T supremacist problem to me. But you blaming black women for a white T supremacist problem. You don't think that's weird?
I'm saying that they keep falling for the agenda set forth by white supremacy.
What do you mean? They date out less than we date out.
Look, the whole, okay, just like the whole Section 8 thing, that was to keep the black man away from the black woman, right?
No. That existed. Do you know that we didn't even have access to those programs when they first got it, when they first came out? White people had those first. The largest demographic of people on and the largest demographic of people on government assistance are white T people. So are they trying to separate the white family?
No, they trying to separate the black family.
But make it make sense, GV. If the white T woman and the white T man both get government assistance the same way the black man and the black woman get government assistance, then what leads you to the conclusion that they're trying to break up the black family but not the white family?
Look, they've been trying to divide the black race ever since we got any kind of freedom. Ever since we got any kind of freedom, they've been trying to divide the black race, the black man and the black woman.
Yeah,
all the agendas that's been set forth by white supremacy has always been designed to separate the black and woman.
Yeah,
that's basically what I'm saying.
No, I agree.
Sum up everything.
I agree with you though, but the thing is that your ideology is the ideology that they want black men to adhere to. They want us to adopt the ideology that you're spewing. That, hold on, I gotta mute you. You got a lot of background noise. They want us to adhere to the ideology that you're spewing right now. They want us to believe and to perpetuate this lie that everything that's going wrong in our community is due to black women. That's the lie that divides us. The lie you telling right now, that's a lie that's dividing us. And that most certainly is a lie told to us by white T supremacists. So you are the white T supremacist in this scenario. It's you. It's you. The call is coming from inside the house. It's not black women. It ain't me. It ain't none of it. It's you. You the problem. You're the one sowing division. How are we sowing division? If everybody in here said, I don't care who you hunching on, as long as you don't go out of your way to shit on people of your own race, how is that the problem? Don't nobody care who you hunching on. There are, and here's the thing. If black women, and take it from me because my wife is white, so I talk about this all the time. There is a group of black people who, no matter what you say, no matter what character you exhibit, it doesn't matter. They're going to go, oh, you with a non-black person, you are anti-black. And that's fine. I don't even try to convince those people. I don't try to convince anybody, but I don't even care. Like, that's whatever. You made that decision. That's cool. That's intellectually lazy, but I understand it though. I completely understand that logic because of the history of white T supremacy in this country. So I get it. I'm not gonna hold that against you. That's how you feel. Cool. I'm not about to sit here and try to wrestle that out of you and be like, no, you gotta love everybody. No. Keep thinking that, because they're a minority anyway, and they don't do me any harm. So I'm good. Like, they're not the problem for me. I don't. That's fine, right? I let them live their life. They live as long as they don't bring that shit to my face. They got it. You can say whatever you want to say, but the vast majority of everybody else, bro, don't nobody care. And the wildest thing is that you keep talking about black men and black women physically being together. You have a heteronormative focus. You're not talking about the black community writ large. You're not talking about black children. You're not talking about LGBTQIA folk. You're not talking about black people that don't want to be with anybody. You're not talking about you talking about literally heterosexual, cishet black men and black women. That's it. That's all you care about. And you only care about having access to black women. That's your whole ploy. You don't care about black unity or whatever. What does that got to do with anything? What do you think divides people, black people more? Who you hunching on, or us not having enough resources? What do you think is holding black people back more? The fact that black men can't read past the 6th grade, or the fact that Sonia that Erica is married to a white man. Like that, like what are you talking about? Go ahead, brother.
The problem is a lot of black women are always talking negative about black men, but then when it come to white men that's racist and doing stuff wrong, they ain't got nothing to say. Just like the racist white boy in Milwaukee that unalived the black girl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't never hear them talking about that, but then they always got something to say about the no good black men. They don't promote the loving and the caring black man, the providing black man, the black man that see what white supremacy trying to do,
Mm-hmm.
and the black man that do everything he can to uphold his black woman
Community,
and family. Yeah. They don't talk about that.
Is that black GV? The question is that black man the common black man? The black man you're describing that uplifts black people and protects everybody in the community, and all faithful and all, that's the common black, that's the average black man?
No, it's not.
Okay, then that's why they don't talk about them that much, because that ain't the average black man, unfortunately.
But then, okay, and then I see a lot of women on social media talking about black men ain't this, black men ain't that, but they keep dating the wrong men based on attraction.
But wait, but GV, listen to what we just said. Let's go back a second. You just said that that's not the average black man. That means there are more of the bad black men than there are good black men. How in the hell do you expect them to know if the majority of black men are not the men you're describing? How is that their fault? Wouldn't that be our fault? Wouldn't it be on us? It wouldn't be incumbent upon us to be better people so that they don't have to worry about picking a bad man?
You know why a lot of these black men don't step up and do what they supposed to do? Because women keep dating them based on attraction. They ain't got no reason to change. So when they see good black men, they don't. It's not about that. They date whoever they attracted to. So the men that they choosing, they get with them based on attraction. Then they get on social media and complain, but they not going for good men. They date men based on attraction. So the men that a lot of them they don't have a reason to change because they keep catering to them. The women keep catering to them based on attraction.
So you don't think that? Well, two things. A, what do men date women based on, if not attraction? If you're saying that women are dating these men based on attraction, I'm guessing physical attraction, because attraction is a general word, but you're talking about physical attraction, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah. I'm talking about physical attraction.
Okay. So what do men pick? What do men date women based on? GV, did you hear my question?
Men date women. A lot of men date women based on physical attraction, but I think more women date men based on physical attraction because guess what? No matter how good of a man you are, you ain't even gonna get a chance unless you that physical attractive guy. But a lot of men will be with a woman because she a good woman, because she loyal, because she a good person. A lot of it don't mean nothing to women. More so to women. I'm saying a lot of men date women based on physical attraction, but it's more severe with women.
Okay. I think that's funny because men aren't that physically attractive. Like women are, even to women are more physically attractive. We ain't even that attractive. But B, women, the average man, think about the average man and what he looks like. Right? The average man is 5'8", 5'9", overweight. I'm describing the men in America. 5'8", 5'9", overweight. Right? Depends on what age we talking about. 30, 35-year-old man. Right? 5'8", 5'9", overweight, undereducated, makes $40,000, $50,000 a year. You telling me women just dropping their draws for that? Or are they looking deeper in the person and oh, he's funny and oh, he's sweet or whatever other qualities they're looking for? You don't think that that's what they're looking at in that person?
They drop in their underwear for whoever they are extremely attracted to. He can be no good, not had a job for 5 years. If he's 6'3", light skinned,
what
and got good hair.
Yeah. What percentage of men are 6'3"? What percentage of men are 6 foot and taller?
I would have to say a smaller percentage.
Yeah. So why are you? So we obviously know that are the majority of people in relationships or have been in relationships? Absolutely. So what you're saying doesn't make sense. That's what I'm saying. Like there's no logical explanation for anything you're saying. What it sounds like to me, GV, is that this is what I believe, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like you've done what many black men do is you fail for the white supremacist tactic of blaming everything on women, right? Specifically black women. And you don't and you fell for the tactic of not you fell for the tactic of not taking any accountability, which is one that is given to us by the cult of man, right? By misogyny, by the patriarchy, that men never take accountability for anything that we do or have done. So instead of you asking men to be better men, you're on here screaming at women for not choosing you or men like you or average men or below. I mean, because let's be honest, brother, the average man is below average. If that makes sense. The average man is a below average human being, brother. That's the problem. That's the issue, GV.
Okay, this is my thing here.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say women need to be better, but me and 40 million other men are dating the wrong women based on attraction. You can't do that. You can't blame the problem, and you're a problem. You part of the problem too. That's what I'm saying. You can't blame the problem, and you part of the problem too. Like, it's a lot of women, they be sharing pretty boys, and they be having several good men that would do them right for a whole lifetime, but because they choosing the wrong men based on attraction, they give all their young years to the no good men. Then at 75, now they want the good man and to settle down.
But why do you sound like? Why does everything you say sound like what men do and not what women do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not clocking that everything you're saying are the things that men do. Men are the ones who be talking about, I just want love. I just want to find me a nice woman to settle down with when we 65 with ED. That's us. Women at 65 that ain't got nobody, they be happy. They be like, man, I got divorced 40 years ago. I ain't look back. I'll never get married again. I'm about to go play bridge. I'm about to go play pinochle. I'm about to go play spades. I'm about to play bingo. I'm about to make some peanut brittle. I'm about whatever old people do when they turn 60. I don't know what y'all be doing. Y'all old. I don't know. I ain't got there yet. But that's what the women's be doing. I'm about to go watch my grandbabies. Go ahead, GB.
You're right. But I'm saying we got a whole lot of women screaming, men need to be better. Men need to be better. How they gonna be? The men that y'all sleeping with ain't got no reason to be better because y'all keep sleeping with them based on attraction.
So you think
this man out here that believe in protecting and this man out here like myself who make over 100K a year believe in protecting and providing for black women and protecting black women, but that's not who y'all getting with. They getting with whoever they attracted to.
I'm gonna tell you something, GV.
Part of the problem. The men that
I'm gonna tell you something real quick, GV. If you are a black man and you make over $100,000 a year, you are in a rare category, first and foremost. Secondly, if you are a black man who sees women as human beings, that's what they're asking for, specifically black women, if you are that man, you are in the highest You're in the highest top tier category. If those two things were true, you would not be online complaining about women right now. I promise you, brother. I promise you. If either one of those things were true, you wouldn't be on here complaining. I'll be honest with you. Either one. If you made 100 grand, even if you wasn't the best man, you'd be straight. But definitely you can make 60 grand and see women as human beings, and you wouldn't be on here complaining. So either one. So I don't believe that you are the man that you think you are. And I think that what's happening is that when you meet these women, you try to mask as this protector provider man, right? Which is a problematic term in and of itself. But you try to mask as a protective provider man, and they clock you for being an actual hateful man. Like sorry, I don't want to say the word, the H word. You don't like women. It's obvious you don't like women, specifically black women, right? And for whatever reason, you only want to be with black women or whatever y'all say, because I don't be believing y'all half the time. Like, it's hard for me to believe when black men proclaim to love black women, come up here, blame black women for everything, and then say, I only want to be with a black woman. I'd be thinking you don't have access to any women, but the only women that you even got a little bit of access to would be a black woman because of proximity, right? That's what I be believing, because I'm sitting there going, ain't no way this man gonna convince me he love black women up here talking about, yeah, the reason why the black community is messed up is because of black women. Like, what? That don't sound like you love them too much. It sounds like you up here lying on them to me. And you haven't been able to make that connection that you've been hating on black women. And then when you meet them in real life and you talk to them in real life, they pick up on the fact that you indeed don't like them. So you're mad at them?
Not black women, American black women.
Oh, here we go.
They're brainwashed.
American black women are brainwashed. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
American black women are brainwashed. And what are American? Well, you've been saying it. Definitely a minor alert. American black women are brainwashed to believe what, brother? What are American black women brainwashed to believe? I know you in the whip. Sound like you at the JO. Are you there? GV, you there, brother?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah. So what is it? What is the problem with American black women? Do you think that you honestly can say that and black women think that you like them? Like, I just want you to think about what you're saying. You're saying that American black women are the problem. Why would I think you like American black women?
I'm saying they the problem because they keep on, and the men they choosing are the problem too. You can't expect men to be better and step up and do what they supposed to, and you keep on catering to them based on looks. Like,
are you unattractive, GV? Do you think you're unattractive physically?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
So aren't you one of these men that they would gravitate towards?
They choosing the wrong men based on
No. Come on, brother. GV, you just said you don't think you unattractive. You said you're attractive. So you're a physically attractive man. You make over 100 grand, and all you want to do is love on a black woman, and they still not choosing you. Can you make that make sense?
This ain't about me.
It is about you.
Women to choose. I just want black women to choose men that love them and stop getting with men, the wrong men, based on attraction. Then get online talking about I got cheated on, I got did wrong, I got did. You chose who you liked and wanted, and the person you chose didn't care about doing you right. I just want black women to start getting with men that really love them. Is it wrong? Is it wrong for me to want that?
Yeah, it's wrong for you to want that because you don't really want that. Let me. So that's your theory. Your theory is I want black women to get with black men that love them. My theory is I want black men to be better so that black women don't gotta be FBI level profilers and figure out what man is good for them, just to come to find out that he was masking for 3 years and he started to abuse her and do other things to her, later on. I would rather the men just be better. Which one do you think would actually cure the our ailment when it comes to this? What do you think would actually stop what's happening right now? Black women, you know, withholding vagina from men, I guess, or black men being better people.
A lot of black men are good people.
A lot are, but most aren't. You already agreed, GV. A lot are, but most aren't. A lot are, but most aren't. Right? Or are you gonna go back on that?
They sleeping with the wrong ones based on attraction. They sleeping with the wrong ones based on attraction.
So why aren't they sleeping with you?
Why they not sleeping with me?
Yeah.
Because I chase money. I don't chase women. I chase money.
Also, something that somebody says when they don't like women. So you put money before women. You don't. All things are pointing to you don't like women. So I'm not understanding why are you blaming women for them not liking you when you clearly don't like them?
I never said that they didn't like me. I'm saying I see so many black women dating men that don't care nothing about them that they attracted to. This ain't got nothing to do with me. This is about a lot of women dating a lot of our women are dating non-providing, non-protective black men that don't care nothing about them, and they be having options of good men that would never do them like that.
GV, how many black men have you dated?
I like women only.
Me too. So you and I, we've never dated a black man, or any man for that matter. How do you know that there's so many good black men out there? Like who would be able to tell us better about the state of black men when it comes to dating and whatnot? Outside versus, I mean, you know what I'm saying, versus the people who actually are dating us. When you think the people dating us would be the ones we should listen to about if black men are good or not?
Absolutely.
Okay, so the women, but you're not listening to them. You're trying to gaslight them. You're trying to tell them it's their fault. You're trying to tell them that there are all of these good black men out here. Y'all just passing them over. You're wrong. The women are telling you they're not. The women are like, yeah, I talked to a woman yesterday. She was, oh, my man, my man, my man, my man. My man, my man, my man. She loved her man. My man, provide, protect. Cool. Then guess what? I said, okay, because she said she was, running the same script you running. And I asked her, I said, well, how many men did you date before you got with your husband? She said 5. So if most black men are so good, then why did it take you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? It took you to your 6th black man for you to find the right one. That don't sound like most black men are good, right?
Because she went to the ones that she liked on her preferences, because they all got preferences. He got to be 6 foot. He got to be 6'2". He got to be this. He got to be that. She went to the men that she liked, and they didn't do her right.
Everybody has preferences, GG. I'm sure you have a preference. What type of women do you like, GV? What's your preference?
I like good women that believe in God, women that don't just get with men based on attraction, women who want to, build with their partner and just have a good life. That's the type of women I like.
What do you mean build? What do you mean build with your partner?
Like women that date to marry, not women that just, not women who date whoever they like and just sleep with them and, just not trying to.
So you think that who do you think who do you think sleeps with more people, men or women, on average?
I would have to say men.
Okay. So if men are the ones who are sleeping with more people, then why are you worried about the number of men that women sleep with? If we sleep with more women per capita.
Because it's only a certain percentage of men that do that. It's not most men. It's only a certain percentage of men. Like, I don't know what percentage, but it's only
hold
a
on,
certain percentage.
GV,
That's
you
why
missed.
the pretty boys.
No, you missed my point. You missed my point. Men, on average, the average man has slept with more people than the average woman. So why? What's the what? How can you complain about the men that women sleep with and not talk about the women that men sleep with? You see what I'm saying? You when you talked about a double standard, I don't think you actually understand. That's a double standard that you would open up your mouth and talk about the body count or the the sexual partner count of women while ignoring that men actually sleep with more women than men do than women do. You see what I'm saying? That's a double. That's the definition of a double standard.
It's not. See, the thing is, it's not the average man. It's not the average man not doing it.
The average man, the average woman doesn't do it either. GV, the average woman doesn't do it either. That's the point. The average man and the average women. If you're gonna say that the average man doesn't sleep with a bunch of women, cool. Nor does the average woman also doesn't sleep with a bunch of men.
Okay. So, okay, just like you just said. But how many average women don't want the average man? They want the man that's above average.
They want the man, GV. No, GV. You are not listening to the women. You just said we should listen to the women, and then you're not listening to them. What women want is for men to not disdain them, to not have a disdain for them. That, to put it in a nutshell, women are looking for the man. Like, the thing that'll get you in the door faster than anything is you not having a strong dislike for women. Like, because that shit is a novelty right now. Like, that's so rare to find a man that like doesn't like have a disdain for women, that doesn't go around blaming women for all their problems. Right? It's like finding a white tea person that ain't racist. It's the same thing. Same thing. It's crazy, right? So that's what they be looking for. First and foremost, they be really looking for that man. Like, if they can find that man, that's the man that they'll be with, more than likely. More than likely. And that man will be the most physically attractive to them. That man will be the protector, provider in their mind. Like, they'll do whatever they got to do to make that man fit within whatever box you think that they need a man to fit into. He'll fit in that box for them. Trust me. Or they'll build a box around him. It don't matter. But that's the thing that they really, really be looking for, because they don't never find that. That shit almost don't exist.
Women in the 70s chose providing men who went to work, paid the bills, that loved them, took care of them. They didn't choose whoever looked like Chris Brown.
GV, you're contradicting yourself. You said that welfare was splitting up the black family. Why would the women, if they were choosing the men who were providing, how was they on welfare, sir? Think. That don't make sense. that don't make sense, fam. You said that the welfare was breaking up the family, but you said that but now you saying the black women in the 70s was choosing the strong provider men. Then why was they still on welfare then?
Welfare started earlier than the 70s.
We didn't get it until the 60s. We didn't get welfare until the late 60s, right? So the 70s and the 80s and whatever was the height of it for us. And you just said that black women was choosing providers in the 70s. They weren't. That was when black women could drive. That was when black women could have bank accounts. That was when they were less concerned with that at that point. It's the opposite of that. That's when all that shit started to go down. They was more focused on who you were as a human being. How do you treat them as a person? That was when all of that stuff started for men. When women were able to drive, have bank accounts, own property, work jobs, get pensions, things of that nature. They started looking at men like, okay, now what do you really bring to the fucking table? Now what do you really bring to the table? Right? You can get away with that back then when I had to depend on you financially. You can get away with treating me like less than a human being. Now I want a man to treat me like a human being. What do you got? Can you provide that for me? Can you provide equality for me and equity for me? And most men don't and can't. We refuse to. You don't think that's what the women are looking for? You think a woman would choose a dude that's 6'3" over a dude that's 5'8" if the 6'3" dude is treating her like crap and doesn't respect her at all versus the man that actually sees her as a human being? Because the problem with your logic is you
and I've seen it.
You haven't seen it.
And I've seen it.
You haven't seen it. You haven't seen it.
In my mid-30s, I've seen it.
No, you haven't.
Decades.
You haven't seen it at all. You don't even know what it looks like. What does a man that treats a woman like a human being look like to you? What does that even look like?
They get mad at me in the comments because they know I'm telling the truth.
Bro, don't read the comments, GV. GV.
That they physically attracted to.
GV, I don't care nothing about the comments. I'm talking. Me and you are talking. You don't think that's rude to be reading the comments while you and me are talking? So can you tell me, what is a man that values a woman and respects a woman as a human being? What does that man look like to you?
He don't have a look. It ain't in the looks.
What does it look like? I'm not talking about what he physically looks like. What does it look like? How does it show up?
He provides for his black woman. He provides for his woman.
Okay, nope. No.
He supports her.
How?
Mentally, emotionally.
What else? How else does he support her?
Does all that by showing that he appreciates the life of her and he values her.
How?
But I'm telling you.
How does he show it though, bro? You're not telling us. It's not specific. How does he show it to her?
By being consistent in showing his love, care, and support for her.
How does he do that? What are some of the actions?
Being a good provider.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Come on, GV. You just saying the same things over and over and over again. So this is why I said you don't know what it looks like. You clearly don't know what it looks like. You think if a man don't cheat, don't beat, and got a job, that's a good man. The women want more. You mad? Don't cheat, don't beat, and got a job is not good enough. You mad at that? You thought that I was good enough? That all you had to do was don't cheat, don't beat, and have a job, and you straight, and you should get man of the year.
No. It's more than it's about appreciating the life of the person that you with, being there for all their needs, everything, being there for them and being consistent with it, right?
I want to know what that looks like to you, though. You keep saying that, and I'm like, okay, sounds good. What does it look like? We're going to wait on this one.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah, go ahead. What does it look like?
It looks like loving the life of the woman that you say you love, being there in every aspect that you can as a man to your woman.
Man, what? Come on, bro. What does that look like, fam? Come on, dog. You gonna have to give me something. That's crazy. You gotta give me can you give me two? I ain't even asking for that much. Give me one at this point. I'll take one. Give me one example. What does that look like? Here's what I'm saying. You want to
being able to give your woman emotional support and mental support too.
What does giving her emotional support look like, GV? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I need this, man. I need this answer about you. I'm sorry. I really do. I'm sorry, y'all. This killing me. I need this. I need it. I want to hear it. I'm dying to hear it. Nah, he can't. He ain't Googling. Ain't no way. GV, can you tell me what does it look like? Oh man. Yeah, I can hear you, bro. I can hear you. We can hear your background. We can hear you. We can hear everybody. Can you tell us what it looks like, brother? Please.
It looks like living the life of that woman that you say you love.
Oh my God. Hey man, you gotta be trolling at this one. This is crazy. Oh my God, bro. Come on, GB. I didn't ask you 6 times, 7 times to tell us what it looked like. So here's what I'm saying. Somebody called him a robot.
I told you mental and emotional support. You said that wasn't good enough.
That's not a good enough explanation, brother. Understand what I'm saying. Imagine, and I know, I'm sorry. You're trying to win me over. Not me. I'm a woman. I'm the woman of your dreams. You're trying to win me over. I'm asking you. I'm interviewing you. What are you going to do for me? What are you going to do for the women? There's hundreds of people. There's like 800 people watching this live right now. Minimum 800 people watching this live right now. Imagine that at least 500 of them are women, potentially a woman you could date. They're asking you right now, GV, what are you going to do for me? And be specific. That's all I want. One thing. And then when you don't give us what it looks like you don't actually know what it looks like, which means you're not that guy. You're not the man who you are saying you are. You see what I'm saying? And you don't know what it looks like in other men because you claim to know, because you don't know what it looks like.
I would show her that I value her and appreciate her through consistent actions, because anybody can say anything, but if I'm showing her that every day, then she can see it without me saying it. But
and what are these consistent actions, GV?
She'll see it.
What are these consistent actions? What are they? Oh my God. Please tell us what these consistent actions are. Please, brother. Please, please, please tell us what these consistent actions are. I need to know. Nah, man. Can't be providing. It can't be providing. It can't be providing. Nah, man. It got to be something else. Can't be providing, y'all. Man, this stress. You stressing me out, GV. You stressing me out, brother.
Providing is the bare minimum.
Okay, so give me something else. What are these consistent actions? Nah, bro, you trolling. He trolling. Ain't no way you came off mute to say providing is the minimum, but you couldn't answer the question. Ain't no way you could come off of mute to tell me that providing is the bare minimum, but you can't give us an answer, bro. Come on, GB. We on pins and needles, fam. Oh my God, this shit is.
All I can say is showing her that I appreciate the life of her. This it.
What that mean, man?
No matter what that might be.
What that mean? How you show her you appreciate her life, bro? You gonna toast to her life every night at dinner? How you gonna show her you appreciate her? That's what I'm trying to find out. Don't go on mute either. Ah, God damn it. What are you talking about, GB? This is crazy, bro. I'm just pulling teeth. I'm trying to get one answer out of you. That's it.
I'm going to show her that I'm gonna be there for everything that she needs and wants. As much as possible. Whatever that might be.
Pineapple Dimples, appreciate the super chat. She said that's because he wasting your time. Oh, my brother. Damn, man. They laughing
at me in the comments, but they sharing the men they like with 80 different women. That's how STDs get spread, but they laughing at me though.
That's not true.
This actually going on.
That's not true, GV. Women aren't the see. You blaming women for another problem that men do. So men actually are the ones who spread STDs to women they're in relationships with by sleeping with other men. And then they go back and to their heterosexual cishet relationships and give that woman the STD. And they ain't getting it from women.
Okay, and those men they sleeping with them based on what? The men is coming back giving them STDs. They sleeping with those men based on what?
Are you talking about who? Are you talking about the women? Are you talking about the men? I'm confused right now. Huh?
A lot of women are sleeping with bisexual men based on attraction. And those men are coming back to them and giving them STDs because those down low men that they like based on attraction are not being honest.
Exactly. So it's the man's fault. How are you blaming the women? This is crazy, bro. Hold on. I gotta read this. Cash App. Ali said, you ain't got STDs, but you def call stupid. Oh my God, man. This shit is crazy, GV. I don't know how you.
As long as my bank account don't say that, as long as my
bank
account don't say that.
But GV. Hold on, man. Hold on, brother. But why? Okay. But why do you have this disdain for women? Where did it come from? Did you get your heart broken? Did your high school sweetheart choose the thug that made all the money? Like, what happened, bro? Like, seriously, what happened? You got rejected on Tinder too many times?
Look, okay, you a black man,
yep.
I'm a black man.
Yep.
All I'm saying is women need to do better in choosing men that's really for them.
I disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly. I disagree. I think that men need to do better and be better people. I think that's the real answer. What you talking about don't make no sense. Josh, I appreciate the super chat. She said, why does he care who we hunching on? Why they asked Josh wanted to know, why do you care who black women hunching on? I think that's a fair question at this point. Why do you care?
Because every time I get on social media, no matter if it's TikTok, YouTube, or whatever, I see a lot of black women complaining, but they.
So you think all those black women are lying? GV, you think all those black women are lying on black men?
They telling the truth, but they add to the problem because they get with the wrong men based on attraction.
But every man is the wrong man then, because it's the average man. They getting with all different types of men. The thing you're saying doesn't make sense. One man ain't getting with 30,000 women. Like, bro, like, stop. Women are getting with everyday average men. The average man ain't even a cheater, believe it or not, right? Most men don't cheat. Believe it or not, no, that's gonna blow people's minds. Most men don't cheat. Most men don't cheat, but 1 out of 3 do cheat, which is still a high number. That's why it will appear like most men cheat. Don't get me wrong. The same way, never mind. Most men don't cheat, but the reality is that men are falling short, right? And that's the reality. To Nigel said, get Freddy Krueger out of here. They got $1 on it. We need 49 more they got 49 more to go. Go ahead, GV.
Yeah, I can be like Freddy Krueger.
What you mean? Is that a threat?
No, I was just telling it to the guy whoever said that.
That was a woman that said that. But what did that mean though? Was that a threat? Because Freddy Krueger is menacing and violent.
Oh no, it wasn't a threat. It wasn't a threat at all.
Okay. Interesting.
But like I was saying, a lot of women, they be passing up. They be always complaining about men cheating, men doing this, men doing that. But they constantly getting with the wrong men based on attraction and height.
Are you? Well, how tall are you? How tall are you, GV?
I'm 6'1".
So you 6'1", you make $100,000 a year, and you are attractive. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm 6'1" and I make over $100,000 a year.
Yep. And you're attractive. You said you was attractive too. Why? What are the experiences you talking about? You should have a totally different story than the one you talking about. Appreciate the Cash App, shop. I can't read them right now. Is he interested in dating women? What's the most recent dating experience? They ask you, are you interested in dating women? He said he only liked women. What state you live in, GV?
I thought there was a man who said that about the Freddy Krueger.
No, it was a woman.
I don't even address women when they talk like that. I address men only.
Bet.
Men only.
What state do you live in, GV?
I live in Las Vegas.
You live in Vegas. Okay. You live close to me. I live in Cali. This crazy work, man. I'm trying to see something, brother.
I just came here real quick because I have a question for you, GV. When Public said basically, why don't you have a woman if you're over 6 feet, you're attractive, you make more than 6 figures, and you said you don't chase women, you chase money, right? So by your logic, why would you need to chase women? Wouldn't they be beating down your door? Because you said women only go after men they're attracted to, that are 6 feet, that make a lot of money. Wouldn't you need to beat them off with a stick if that were true?
GV.
I believe in chasing what women like and not chasing women. Women like money. I chase money. I don't chase women.
Wait, but you.
That's not what I asked you.
Time out. That's not what you said. You said women like very attractive dudes, and they're attracted to their physical appearance. That's what you've been screaming this whole time. You didn't say nothing about money. Now you saying money?
Yeah, he said he chases money, and that's what I'm saying.
No. Shan, he just said he chases the things that women like. But all this time, he's been saying women like men who are tall, 6'3", and attractive. So which one is it?
If they are extremely attracted to you, you ain't gotta have money. If they not attracted to you, you gotta have money. But I don't chase women, so I wouldn't know.
But GV, you have all three, and you're saying you don't chase women. You have all three. Shouldn't they be chasing you down? Like, my question is, there's no reason why you should not only be single, but not have like 5 girlfriends right now, by your own logic.
He probably do.
Y'all ain't been listening. Y'all ain't been. I never said once was I attractive or not. I said that
you did.
I'm 6'1" and I make over 100,000 a year.
You did, GV.
I never said nothing about.
You said yeah.
Mm-hmm. I asked you flat out. Were you? I said, "Are you attractive?" And you said, "Yeah." Flat out, just like that.
I think I'm attractive.
There you go. So you think you're attractive? You're 6'1" and you make $100,000 a year, and you telling me that women ain't knocking down your door?
I make almost 200,000 a year, but I never discuss how much I make with women when I'm dating a woman, because this.
But they don't care. They can see you. You're tall and you're attractive. Yeah. You ain't gotta discuss how much you make. Question still remains.
Yeah. I never lead in money, because the men that women really want, they don't even have to bring up money.
Oh my God. GB, so why don't you have one is what I'm saying. Like, do you think women find you attractive?
Yeah, but I choose to be single because I like chasing money. I don't want no relationship. I like chasing money and living my life. I don't want to be in a relationship.
So why you mad? Why you? If you want to chase, why is it okay for you to chase money and be single, but not okay for women to just not want to be with me? Why is it not okay? Are you just mad that women are getting online and expressing to us how bad most black men are? Is that the only thing that's pissing you off?
Yes.
Okay.
Because they be having options of good black, they be having options of good men that will treat them right for a whole 100 years, and they still choose to know men that they physically attracted to.
Except for you don't know how black men treat black women, because you have never dated a black man, nor have I. So why are you telling them how black men act, how good black men are? You don't find that to be problematic and inconsistent, to say the least? You don't know. You don't date us. We don't date ourselves. I'm a black man. I don't date black men. I don't know nothing about how black men date, bro.
So you telling me I'm in my mid-30s. I've seen black women pass up good men.
No, you haven't.
That really meant them some good.
No, you didn't.
That really meant them some good for decades. And they chose to date the no good man they like.
No, you didn't.
You telling me what I was seeing was a lie?
I don't think. I don't think you knew. I don't think you know what a good man looks like, because when I asked you to tell us, you couldn't tell us. That's my proof. I'm like, how were you able to identify what a good man looks like when you don't even know what a good man looks like? So a good man to you was a man that don't cheat, don't beat, and got a job. That ain't enough. Shit. What if he boring? What if he not funny? What if he don't have no charisma? What if his breath stink? What if he has a bad personality? He's mean. What if he don't spend no money? He's not generous. What if he don't know how to save money? What if he's like, you don't know?
If he ain't got good hygiene and he ain't got no charisma, he automatically disqualified. We're not talking about those type of men, because they don't count. Because they're not even doing a bare minimum.
So you said they were passed up, meaning they were disqualified, right? Because you keep saying you saw women pass up good men, and I think what public's trying to get you to understand is maybe they were good by your standards and definitions. Doesn't mean they were actually good to the person that was judging them off that.
Yeah, super weird.
Okay, so with that being said, when they pass them, you don't
get to decide what's a good man for me. Are you dating him or am I?
You dating them, but I'm saying when they pass up the guy they passed up and then got with the cheating playboy they like, then they want to complain. That ain't how they work. They need to just take that loss and wear that L proudly.
Real quick, Imrod, thanks for the super chat. They said, let's talk about the last women who passed you up. What's your last relationship? they on your head, GV. What's your last? They want to know. What was the last woman who passed you up? What happened? Was it on a dating app? Was it in real life? What happened?
I don't get in relationships. I watch what the playboys do, and I take notes because the playboys got the most access to the women. So, and they don't get them money. You know, they just stay fresh all the time. You know, nice haircut, smelling good, stuff like that, and leave it at that.
He contradicted.
Would you consider yourself a good man?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you see where the disconnect is. You just said you do what the playboys do because they are the ones that get access to women. So you don't buy them nice things, you don't do this, you don't do that. But then you just consider yourself a good man. So you see how we don't believe you when you say you saw women pass up good men, because by your own definition, you're a good man, but everything that you just said you do when it comes to women is horrible. How do you still get to be a good man after doing all that?
39 more to drop.
Explain that. How do you still justify in your brain that you're a good man, and therefore you see other men do fucked up shit, and you also think that they're a good man? How do you do that?
Well, I never said they do effed up stuff. I just said that they date women and they keep it simple. But
no, you didn't.
Question, I'm saving it for my wife.
Oh, you a virgin?
Not at all.
Oh, okay. So you celibate?
Not at all.
Then what are you saving for your wife? The leftovers?
He's saying he's saving treating a woman like a person for his wife.
Oh, okay. I thought he was talking about smacks. My fault.
Just being a decent person, only his wife gets that.
Got you.
Thank you so much.
So how do you propose to find your wife if you're treating every woman the same? If you treat every woman and you dog her out like playboys do, then you'll never find the right one because she's not going to stay with you because they actually don't like playboys. Like once they find out you're a playboy, they leave them. They don't know playboys are playboys initially. Playboys are convincing, right?
Exactly, because even if she does know he's a playboy, she's probably thinking maybe he won't be that way with me or whatever. But once she realizes he's going to be the same way with me, that's why you don't see the playboys end up married and happy. They are perpetual playboys until they get old and dried up, and now they 65-year-old corny ass playboys.
It's like how women, it's like how men do how men be lying and saying like that they wouldn't date like a Brittany Griner, Brittany Renner, or like those types of women, Drea, Drea or whatever. They be like, they some 304s. Nobody want them, and Bernice Brugos and shit like that. I don't want them. They got too much makeup and da 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 da. And then, but somehow, some way, over and over and over again, the men who have the most access to women date those women over and over and over. Joy Chavis or whatever, she just got pregnant again, I'm pretty sure. Like over and over and over again, men, and you think she just getting with whoever she can get? No, she got the pick of the litter. There's men knocking down her door. Right? Because it's different in real life. It's different in real life. You can say whatever from afar. Oh, I don't want that. Same thing women say about playboys. Yeah, I don't want that. But it's different when you face to face with them and they're talking to you. They're convincing. It's a whole different thing. You pick up on the vibe. The vibe is different. It's different. You can say all day long, I don't care. Dre and Michelle sit down next to you at the airport and y'all start talking. All that makeup, wig, all that shit going out the window. You're going to be trying to get with her like every other man that's sitting next to her. That's what I'm saying. Like, so if men fall for this shit all the time, then why are you blaming women? Like, that's the thing I don't understand. Men do it all the time. Men do it all the time. But when a woman does it, it's, I gotta blame her for da 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 da. Is it not the men that need to choose better too? If that's the case, I'm just going on your logic because I don't even think what you're saying is logical. But I'm just saying, even based on your logic,
I want to ask you this.
Go ahead.
If women stop giving access to men based on attraction, would more men become better?
Yeah.
No.
I know. I believe that.
Most of y'all aren't attractive. So you keep saying women give access to men based on attraction. Most men aren't that damn attractive. So you're talking about a small percentage of men to begin with. A lot of these regular average men continue to get access to women.
True.
So you are focused so much on the attraction part, but you don't realize a lot of unattractive men get a lot of attention from women too, and they suck too.
Yeah, I meant to just on the part of if women deny men access, will they change? Yeah, I don't think that's a woman's. I don't think that's women's job to do that. But could it, and would it more than likely affect men's behavior? Absolutely, I believe it 100%.
The men that most women are attracted to is sleeping with all the women.
What?
The small percentage of men that most women are attracted to are sleeping with the majority of men. They're sleeping with the majority of men.
I think he's saying the men that women are really attracted to are sleeping with all the women, but that's also a lie.
The 20% or however, whatever percent.
Yeah.
Percentage.
And where did you get that, GV? Do you?
Most women.
You know who started that lie? You know who started that lie, GV? A white T man started that lie a long time ago. And that's why I think it's funny, because you came up here on some black women is the problem, and they trying to separate us, but you up here repeating stuff that a racist, chauvinistic white T man said like 20 years ago, 15 years ago. Ain't that odd? So when I said that you actually are the problem,
I said that they keep choosing non-protective, non-providing men who only want to sleep with them, and they get access to the women because they keep on letting them get access to
GV, most men, ugly, cute, small, short, tall, fat, skinny, buff, don't matter, want to just sleep with women. So what's the point? You act like if you short and ugly, you gonna love women to infinity, to infinity, to infinity. That ain't true. Short, ugly dudes be dogging women out too. So if I'm a woman, I can get dogged out by this short, fat, ugly dude that ain't got no money. Or I could take my chance with this pretty playboy, have a good time. Hey, at least it was a good time. At least I was attracted to him. Like, I'm saying, even by your own logic, it don't make sense. You act like ugly dudes are just good dudes, or broke dudes are just good dudes. They're not. They just broke. They just ugly. They not funny. They're not smart. They don't got like, what are you saying? I don't understand, bro. You act like all attractive dudes are pieces of crap and all non-attractive dudes gonna treat women right. What?
I agree with you on that, but I'm saying that most men are getting access to women based on height and attraction.
You said it was money 5 minutes ago. You said it was money 5 minutes ago. Now it's height and attraction.
No, I chase money. Men get used by women when they leave with money. They get used.
I thought
it's attractive to women, get access to women.
So what about a man who is attractive and has money?
Then he getting access to women without money. He don't even have to bring up his money.
That's what you said. You said you don't got to bring up your money. You don't leave with your money. But you got a Corolla. You pull.
Right. I don't leave with money because you said, do I got a Corolla?
Yeah, I'm saying you talking about you don't leave with your money. What you pulling up in, brother? In the Corolla? Hypergamy stats are from dating apps, not real life. Hypergamy stats are from dating apps, not real life. Most women aren't even on dating apps. Exactly. Thank you, Sage.
I actually got a Hummer and 2 Hellcats.
You got a what? What'd you say?
I said I actually got a Hummer and 2 Hellcats.
So you do leave with your money?
No, that ain't got nothing to do with women.
24.
That's what I got for myself because I make good money. I don't. When I pursue a woman, I don't tell her nothing about how much I make or what kind of cars I got. None of that. She got to be interested in me without me bringing none of that up.
24 to drop, sir. What? You got 2 Hellcats and a Hummer. You pull up to the date in a Hellcat or a Hummer. You don't think that lady gonna clock that you got some money? At least assume you got some money. How much is a Hellcat? How much is a Hellcat?
I paid $35 for mine.
You paid $35,000 for a Hellcat?
What Hellcat?
What? Hellcats is 80 racks, bro. 75 racks. What you talking about? Used they 50. Used they 50, bro. What? You got an SXT you talking about. What you talking about, fam? You got an SXT, bro. You got it.
Even make them anymore, so they definitely more expensive. Like,
bro, a Hellcat with 30, 40,000 miles on it is 50 grand. Easy. Easy.
I know, and I paid $35 for both of mine.
Okay, I ain't gonna ask you how. You the man, bro. 24 to drop. This is crazy. This is crazy work, bro. We paying $35,000 for Hellcats. My boy got Hummers. Why you got 2 Hellcats? What's the point of that?
TV got everything but a girlfriend.
GV, why you got 2 Hellcats, bro? You don't need a commuter?
I got 2 Hellcats and a Hummer.
I know. Why you got 2 Hellcats? You don't care nothing about gas prices and nothing, huh?
No, because I got it like that.
Respect. Let me read the super chat. This is crazy. Peachy Queen said, if he says based on attraction one more time. Oh my God, GB.
Based on physical attraction.
He said it, Peachy. I couldn't stop him. Go ahead. XQSXSX. I don't know what your name is. You got a lot of X's and Q's and S's.
You can just say X. It's all good.
All right, bro. Go ahead, bro.
I don't know what the other guy was talking about. I mean, I've been with a lot of women, and they all complain. They all have this, my ex did this story. It doesn't matter. If you know how to talk to them and make them feel comfortable, they're going to get with you. That's just how it is. Like, I don't know why he's complaining. But as to the first prompt with the whole feminism movement, I don't really pay attention to them no more, but I wasn't complaining. I was expressing my views. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Go ahead.
To the first prompt, right? I'm not sure if they still do this, but the feminist movement was pushing out a narrative that men should be under suspicion for their position of power because of their gender and not because of their skills. I feel as if I have a problem with that. My son shouldn't be growing up in this world putting the hard time and effort, but when he reaches a successful point in his life, he should be under suspicion because he's a man.
What gender theory? Where did you read that at?
I can bring it up.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of debates about it with
Shayna.
in a lot of politics.
Shayna put GV over the top. He gone. Yeah.
I think it's good that you don't want your son to experience what women have been experiencing, because women who are in positions of power, it's constantly assumed that they are there because of their gender, because it's some kind of diversity hire, or she slept her way up there.
Yeah.
So it's good that you want to change the world for your son, but if you change it for women first, your son will reap those benefits too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's fine. I feel like it's unfair for both genders. I feel like if you're in a position of power, you shouldn't be questioned because of your gender. You should be questioned because of your skills.
So
if it's unfair for both genders and you want to fix it, start with the gender that it's been historically happening to.
Yeah, I was about exactly. If you fixed it for women, then your son wouldn't have to worry about it. So you care less about fixing it for everybody. You just want to make sure your son doesn't mythically suffer from this. And also, who would be the group of people to scrutinize that man in that position? Women, right?
Yeah.
So what does that matter? Because what power do these women have?
I mean,
none.
They don't, but are women not the consumers?
Everybody's a consumer.
But in America, women are largely, predominantly the consumers.
I don't think y'all know how to interpret those stats. Everybody is a consumer. That dude just said he had 2 Hellcats and a Hummer. That's not a consumer.
I don't even believe that he has a Hellcat.
But he said he does. He said he does. We're all consumers. You don't buy shit?
I mean, yes.
Okay. You don't got a closet full of Jordans, Air Max?
I wish, but I do have shoes, yes.
Yeah, you got kicks, you got clothes, you play video games?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. You don't what do you like to do?
I love going to the gym. I love to hoop.
Okay.
I love to stay active.
Okay. Yeah. So you buy shit based around doing that stuff. Like you a consumer just like us. You got an Amazon account just like everybody else do, bro. You a consumer. We all consumers. So women aren't the consumers like that. But what does that have to do with the positions of power? So when you said it, I'm looking at it like at a job. Right?
At a job, yeah.
Yeah. So what does a woman being a consumer have to do with her power at a job, brother?
Well, for example, say for example, I'm the man that's my son or whoever is going to her house and he's a plumber. Mm-hmm. And he didn't do a good job at whatever the problem this woman had that she needed him for. But now instead of questioning his skills, right, as him and being a plumber in his position, she's going to question the fact, how do you become a plumber if he's a man? That's
not typical. Most women assume men are plumbers. That doesn't even make sense. When you think of a plumber, you think of a man. It would be weird if a woman was a plumber. I'm not even saying in a bad way. It would be odd for sure. You'd be like, oh, that's weird. You don't see that every day. A female plumber. A male plumber you see all the time.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm saying in regards to like the fact that they of the whole patriarchy thing that they always bring up, the fact that the reason why you're in this position is because men have disbarred women from entering STEM fields, and you're a man, and yada yada yada.
Which is true.
Which is true.
But what's the problem?
That's what I'm saying. It just doesn't make sense if you typically expect men to be a plumber.
Why doesn't that make sense when most plumbers are men, bro? It makes perfect sense. See, you're trying to make it work the other way, like how Shan was saying for women, right? Like, oh, that's not fair that you don't. But logically speaking, that probably is the case. You see what I'm saying? Logically speaking, that probably is the case, right? Like the reason why America has never had a female president isn't because there hasn't been a female that has run, a woman that has run that wasn't up to the job. That's not why. It's because we don't want to elect a woman for president. So you can assume that every male president, you can safely assume that almost every. I mean, you have to scrutinize every male president, right? Based on their gender. You got to go, well, was he actually the best candidate? Or is he president because he's a white T-man? I agree, Destiny. It hasn't done worse things, but it is more rampant. it's definitely rooted deeper than racism. Go ahead, A. Oh, he dropped. Hmm. That was interesting. GV, man, they paid to drop you, brother. You got to pay the hundo to come back up. Sorry. Let me get to my focals over here on the YouTubes real
You
quick.
couldn't argue with that logic anymore. He had to bow out gracefully. I respect that.
I wanted that though. I needed that. Kayla, what's good?
Good day, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm good. Just not even going to address what happened earlier with the other two gentlemen. I'm just going to talk about the prompt.
Go
What I
ahead.
don't understand, or at least when it comes to red pill gurus and everything else, men have an issue with acting like feminism is this brand new thing. And what I mean by that is, why are you acting like this isn't warranted?
Yeah.
In the sense of, just this goes for anything. You can apply this to countries fighting for independence, the civil rights movement, anything. These things do not break out of nowhere. This is a culmination of behavior that people have eventually grown tired of. The same thing applies here. Do you think women looked at all of this and was like, yeah, this is still cool? No. So even now, with women going 4B, choosing the bear, choosing not to have kids, do you think women were just like, let's sock it to men today? No, that's not what happened. And the reason why this prompt is a little irritating to me is because I've had men in my life look me in my face and say, "Oh, well, this shouldn't be that big of a deal for you. This shouldn't be XYZ to you because at some point in time you said you want to be a housewife." People can change their mind, of course. But
Mm-hmm.
I need to understand. I'm just having a hard time with the mental disconnect. That's really it. I don't understand how people can look at things like this and be like, "Oh, why?"
Because they don't want to see it. So
Of course.
that's they're gonna like the last gentleman tried to do. He tried to make it. He tried to like personalize like. Oh, I don't want my son. That's why he mentioned his son because it's like, how can you argue against like a kid, right? Like,
So
you know.
I have a slight response to that. So, for instance, let's say that what he said was true. Oh, well, feminism was because they were trying to get men out of places of power simply because they were men.
Mm,
Yeah, in some cases that's kind of needed. I don't remember what decade it was, but the individual in question was like some higher up in the government while it was like Reagan or someone in presidency. How do you have a high position of power, but you can't spell the word potato?
mm,
That's the stuff
mm,
I'm talking about. Or like there's been plenty of times Trump and Biden saying and doing things that can be very easily disproven with a Google search. How
mm.
do we allow people like that to get into power, but just because they're men
Yep. And white.
and white? That's
Hmm.
the issue. So I when he said that I was like, okay, but there has been plenty of examples of men getting into positions of power that they have no business having. Even
Yep.
like even now with Trump and the whole Project 2025 thing, is that
Mm,
really what you want the country to steer towards right now? Given everything with men trying to change things, like the whole Roe v. Wade thing, me personally, I don't advocate for abortion. I understand why women do it. I wouldn't do it if I was in the situation. That's just my honest opinion. But it's funny because they got rid of the ruling. It didn't fix anything. Y'all thought getting rid of Roe v. Wade was going to make babies start popping up, and all it did was make women get more tubal ligations and start stocking up on birth control.
no, it actually did though, because a lot of like thousands of women were forced to give birth, even though they were raped.
Yeah, I have plenty of friends, even me. Like I said, I'm 20 years old. I am this close. I'm still on my parents' insurance. I'm so close to going to a doctor and getting my tubes tied.
Mm.
And then with the Project 2025, now they're trying to they say they're not going to. Let's be real here. They're trying to ban abortion, the IVF, everything up birth control. They're trying to crack down on that. Do you think that's going to fix the issue? Because you thought getting rid of Roe v. Wade was going to fix the issue. It didn't fix the issue. It made things 10 times worse. What do you think is going to happen if you get rid of birth control? Which, by the way, you can't have one or the other. You either have abortion but no birth control, or birth control but no abortion. No abortion.
Yeah,
What?
I don't think Project 2025 needs to come into effect. I'm not really that big on. I've read a lot of it and looked at it, but it's not. I don't think it's. It just sounds like typical fascism. So
That's essentially what it is.
yeah, I'm not. I'm just. I've always been aware of fascism, so I'm not like any more like afraid of Project 2025 because they put it in a binder or whatever. That's been the trend. We've been trending. We are that country already in so many ways, but we've been trending towards fascism, careening towards fascism more and more every single day because of our economy and our politics. So we were gonna get there one way or the other.
That is fair.
It's gonna end up looking like Gilead no matter what at some point, right? We've been a neo Christian fascist state is on the rise and has been on the rise for 50 years. You know what I'm saying? Since they deindustrialized America, it's been getting worse and worse and worse and worse. So yeah, it's gonna keep going that way until we change the system. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no way to vote yourself out of that. Ain't no Kamala ain't gonna stop it. You can bring back 2 Obamas. It don't matter. None of that's gonna stop it. We gotta do something outside of the system to change it.
Final thing. So again, with men not needing to be in positions of power if they're not qualified for it, and their overall struggle with control. I live in Texas. Our current governor, I can't even think of his name. I hate him so much.
Greg
But
Abbott.
yep, Greg Abbott. Thank you very much. This man, well, in Texas anyway, I'm not sure if it made national news. He just got done getting rid of resources and a bunch of other things for LGBTQ people, people of color, and disabled people. That man is disabled. He's in a wheelchair and he got rid of things and resources for disabled people.
Yeah, they don't care.
You don't I don't. That's the thing. The mental disconnect. You want control so bad that you're willing to screw your own self over
Yeah.
just so other people don't have things. And I know that's always been a thing, but
I'm like,
seeing
this
it
is
in
like
real
very normal
time,
for this country. Very normal.
seeing it in real time is crazy, which is why I was like, things really haven't changed. Like I said, I'm a Gen Zer. Things have not changed because I'm an adult and I'm seeing these things that people claimed were a thing 50, 60 years ago happening in real time.
Yep. Yep. I see it every day. Every single time we have an election, every single time I turn on, which I don't ever, but when I used to turn on like network news and I was listening to like the Fox News pundits, and when I talk to like liberals, white liberals specifically, stuff like that, like I'm like, how are you guys not like y'all they will shoot their nose to spite their face every single election, every single time to
Yep.
make sure that they, and men do it, black men do it, men do it, but like black men do it too. We do it all the time too. We will, black men will, we are okay. We are at the very least, we're apathetic to women getting their rights stripped away from them because we want to punish women just like white men want to punish women. Right? So we're okay with overturning Roe v. Wade. We're okay with women not being paid as much. We're okay with, femicide. We're okay with all of those things. We're okay with there being 40, 50, 60,000 untested rape kits. We're okay with, all of that type of stuff. Police we don't care about none of that stuff because we want to punish women, right?
Yeah.
But so we will vote. A lot of black men will vote or not do anything because beyond voting, but we won't do anything and organize with women and march with women and stand up with women for women's rights because we don't think women deserve rights. Even though it helps us, even though, what I'm saying? Even though like if they get rights, it helps us too, right? But we don't care because we would rather the tide be low as long as we're on top. So we don't care if the tide is high. We don't, as long as we got somebody to punch down on, we okay with the height of the tide. You know what I'm saying? We okay with that. And that's how a working class people function. It ain't just black people. That's how working class people function, because we're so afraid to punch up. We're so afraid to lose the little bit that we perceive that we have, that we don't want to punch up, because what if we lose it? What if we lose our lives? And I'm like, people are already unaliving. People already killing over on the street. People already, I drive past homeless people every single day. I drive past, you know what I mean? Like every day people are unaliving from this system. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, but we just, you know, for self-preservation, and I get it to a certain extent. It's like, I don't want to be the ones to unalive, you know? So here we are. We're trapped for the time being. We need a group of people, but I like the Gen Zers. Hopefully y'all can figure some stuff out, because y'all been scrapping a little bit. I like what happened during, on the college campuses. I was watching that. I was enthralled. That was very, very interesting. But it looked like hippies. Looked like the same thing. Looked like Nam, right? Protests was happening just like that during Nam. You know, hopefully we can get older people to catch on and start joining in the fight, though. That's what we need. But I appreciate you coming up.
Of course.
Thanks for coming up. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. You have a nice day.
You too. Who is this? Who I got up here? Shea Butter. What's good?
Hey. Oh, sorry about that.
You're good.
My phone doesn't work when it comes to the microphone sometimes. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
One second. I'm grabbing some food. Just give me a second. I gotta get back? Yeah.
What's she eating? I'm hungry. What's she eating though? Y'all know it's your boy. Y'all know it's close to that time for your boy. I appreciate y'all, man. Keep tapping the live. I appreciate the super chats. Let me get to the super chat. I almost forgot. Star Moon Gay says, "Bet he sounds like he looks slow and unattractive." Guessing that was in reference to Mr. GV. Go ahead, Shea Butter.
So, just to answer your question, I got a Jack in the Box salad. I hate Jack in the Crack, but they have a salad, their garden salad, and it's the best thing that I can get on their menu.
You from Cali? Okay. Well, you said Jack in the Crack.
I'm in Las Vegas right now, but I'm from LA.
Bae, okay. Jack in the Crack is some LA shit. So I knew. I was like, wait.
Yeah. I forget that's not what it's called for everybody else. I'll be like, oh, yeah. You mean Jack in the Crack? They'd be like, what?
Nah, yeah, that's Crip lingo. That's Crip lingo. So I was like, she got to be funny.
Anyway, let me not get on that. I wanted to come up here just to kind of give like the reminder for, it started with GB because I was working while I was listening to his nonsense, and it made me realize that a lot of people still don't know that during the 60s and 70s, the civil rights era, Black women were not, it was women in general, but specifically Black women, we were not concerned about, oh, is this man going to provide for me and love me and all of these things. We were trying to survive back then. And if you talk to any woman that was around and alive and, you know, working during that time and just kind of experiencing life during that time, she will tell you the same thing. Men back then were just as sexist, just as misogynist, just as abusive. Some of our favorite civil rights leaders were abusive as hell.
Of course.
During this time. So it just grinds my gears. I don't know how else to say this, the TikTok friendly. It grinds my gears when people say, men like that come up here and they say, well, women during the 70s were doing this and women during the 60s were like this. They forget that these are two different times that we're talking about. There were times when women, the only thing that a woman can do was depend on her husband. So, of course, the family was looking at, does he have a job? Does he do this? Can he do this? Mm-hmm. Back then, we didn't really have the luxury of saying, is he kind? Is he generous? Is he compassionate? You know, does he have empathy? Mm-hmm. Which I notice a lot of men come up here, especially GB. I was waiting for that to be said. The magic E word is empathy, but they always seem to forget that word exists when they're saying, oh, I'm a provider, I'm a protector, I do this, I do that. you're not a good person if all you do is the bare minimum of being an adult.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't qualify you of being a good person. I hope he's here listening too. But yes, just to remind everybody, just because the civil rights era was happening does not mean that people were good people back then.
Mm-hmm.
It does not mean that people were, if you go and talk to an old lady, my grandmother told me, my grandmother's from another country altogether, and this is how we know this stuff is consistent.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother told me when I turned 18, she said, don't worry about a boyfriend. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about any of that. Get yourself a government job.
Mm-hmm.
She said, get yourself a government job with a pension.
Get you a pension.
Stack your money. That way, when you find somebody, you don't have to depend on them. She also told me to have my own money, but that's, you know. So I just want it to be clear, as clear as possible, because I feel like we have to say it a lot, because they come up here on your platform and they say, well, they should do like this, and all the men are saying this, and it's BS. I don't know how else to say it.
It's made
BS,
up,
y'all.
for sure.
It's BS. I've been on this earth for 32 years, and I'm fortunate enough to have found somebody that is actually good. I can say I'm one of the lucky few. I don't want to get back in the dating pool because it has feces in it. It is, there's pee and feces in the dating pool. If I was not single, or if I was single, I would be.
Mm-hmm.
I would be straight up, because you guys are scary. A lot of these men are scary. Y'all don't listen to how y'all sound. When you're talking about all these things that you have, and oh, this is what we want for a woman, and y'all are still here arguing whether or not we should be allowed to have a termination of pregnancy. They don't care about us, not for real. They just care about what we can provide for them, all in all. And so that thing hasn't changed. So thank you for giving me the space to come up here.
No worries.
And
enjoy your lunch.
And kind of remind this. Yes, I will be still listening though.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah. And I also wanted to say to you, public, thank you so much for doing the work.
Thank you.
This isn't easy. I don't know how you do it, because I'll be sitting here and I'm listening to everything while I'm working. I can't chime in while I'm working.
Yeah. But
I'll just be sitting there shaking my head, trying to get little things in when I can. I'm gonna just keep praying for you. I'm gonna send you all kinds of love your way and healing, because I know this kind of work has some kind of effect on your spirit. It has to, because you're out here for hours at a time dealing with these people. So I just want to say that. I want to say thank you to everybody in the chats, and I'm gonna step down now.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
Have a good one.
All right. All right. The real Alex, what's good, man?
Oh, sorry. It's exclusive.
Oh, exclusive. Okay.
Yeah. My name is Sevi, but it's a play on words, exclusive.
I got you. What up, Sevi? You made a comment. You said it sounded like a Democrat. What do you mean?
I was just making a joke. She was talking about ordering at Jack in the Box.
Oh.
And she was saying everything at Jack in the Box, or what's she call it? Jack
in the Crack.
Yeah, everything is crappy, but she found one thing that's good. I just was making a joke. I thought it was funny because a lot of Democrats are like,
that's how they vote.
One thing that I could sign on to, and that's what I'm gonna get. I was just making a joke.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with the joke. I think it's funny too. I didn't know that's what it was coming from. It just was random. I was like, what you mean it's a Democrat?
No, sorry. Yeah. I'm working, so I'm also like, I'm typing in a little late, but I have been listening to you for a minute, and
cool.
I absolutely agree with everything you put forth. Right. As a black man, I realize I exist in a space of oppressed oppressor. Every day is literally, unlearning and undoing and checking the things you come up against, as men. Like, we're like, I listen to you I've listened to you for a long time, so like you've absolutely hit the nail on the head. But like, yeah, I often find the case that a lot of people like to speak out against certain things, but they do things and operate in a way that upholds
the same thing. Yeah.
Instructions. Yeah. So it's like, I thought I didn't mean anything against that. She had excellent points, and I loved what she said. I was just making a joke on it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we good now. I just didn't know. I honestly, I tell you, I can't read. So if I see something that's in, I'm like, come up and tell me, because I don't fucking know what we were talking about. But yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I just was making a little joke. Sound like a Democrat, especially considering what has happened recently with, I notice I'm actually visiting home and visiting family, and a lot of them are the talk of the moment is Kamala and Joe Biden dropping out, and everybody's like, I'm voting for Kamala because she's a black woman, and I know she's gonna do right by black women. And I'm like,
she don't like y'all like that.
Yeah, so it was I was just making a little jokey joke. It was I thought what she said was funny. I thought I would connect that, but yeah, I love what you do.
Appreciate you, man.
Definitely follow it. The dude who was up earlier, GB. It's like having these conversations is tough, and like Shay said, it must be draining to you, because how many times can you explain the same thing, and or show a person the mirror and they not see it. We gonna find out. I'm gonna be a case study myself by the end of this experiment. We're gonna see how long I could put up with it. But for now, it's all good. I love it. I think it's exciting. I get a kick out of it. Yeah. Absolutely. And I'm gonna be here for it.
Yep.
Again, I don't have much to contribute to the
conversation.
No, you good.
Yeah, you good.
Other than I support you, but like, yeah, definitely. I would definitely be down to come back up
another
time, and like and have some of these conversations with some of these men.
Absolutely. Request up, man.
Oh, for sure. And I'll end here. Like, I just think, especially as black men, we have a large responsibility to, especially in the black community, how everyone's talking about in relationships. We need a leader. So where are we leading our women to, right? Like, what are we actually doing here? So
we ain't leading them to where we need to be. I know that.
Right.
That's for sure.
Not all of us.
Yeah, not most of us. I mean, you can't.
Not most of us. We're not the majority of us.
Yeah, it's hard to lead. It's hard to lead. I mean, also, I think the only place men should be leading is when it comes to like tearing down, like the patriarchy. I do feel like I wish men. Yeah, I really do wish. Misogyny. Yeah. I definitely think men need to be like the spear on that, the spearhead on that. But like outside of that, man, every other movement, it should be like, whatever. But even then, though, it should be like, we still should be, I don't even say we're leading it. It should be, we are more like the battering ram. We're not the, you know what I mean? Like, because we
don't have a role to play in construction. As men, black men, we've been taught, because of racism, because of all of these systems in place, we've been taught we should act and operate a certain way.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, we have a role. We have a utility in this fight. So let's figure out what that is, and let's figure out how we can be the best utility in that way.
Yeah. I'm like,
it's always funny hearing the conversations about provider and protector, but like, let's provide and protect in the fight against these systems.
Yeah.
Right.
Protect them while they're dismantling the system. Provide service to them. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I be looking at it. Like, I take pretty much all my cues from when it comes to like dismantling the system. I take all my cues from women. And when I say that, I'm saying like, I just have basically whatever their stories are, like collectively, I'm like, okay, that's valid. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, that's the lead we got to follow. It's like, they're telling us that these men, like, even because people love to relegate it to like dating or whatever, all this stuff comes down to hunching and stuff, right? I get it, because that's important to a lot of people. So it's like, all right, cool. You want viable candidates to date? Got you, right? And then the women are telling me, and not me specifically, but what I'm hearing is like, yeah, this is how men are falling short. You know what I'm saying? They're really inefficient in these areas, yada yada yada, right? And I'm like, okay, I can hear that. And then I put that up against how the system is functioning. And I'm like, oh, I can see exactly why we do this. Like, I'm seeing it from the top down. Like, I see why we treat women like this, because this policy or this, this ideology that we've been following since this time, or whatever the case may be. So now, to get rid of this problem, we need to attack this. We need to knock down that, that policy, or that
not the symptom, but
the cure, the cause. Yeah, we got to get to the cause, the root causes of all this stuff. And I feel like a lot of times when we have these conversations, the men want to focus on all the symptoms. They love talking about the symptoms, right? And then when I'll be like, oh, but the cure is this, but here's the actual cause, so that we can do the cure. And it's like, then they just go, the shit just goes right over their head, and they go right back to like, it's
like
just weird.
Telling GB earlier, like, you can't possibly tell me what it's like to date a black man because you've never dated.
I've never dated a black man. I don't know what it's like.
So right, so I can't. I only exist as a cis het American black man.
Mm-hmm.
I can't speak to anything outside of that. So to pretend I know what's right for black women and black community as a whole without collaborating with black women,
crazy,
is not only asinine, but it's like selfish and like stupid.
It's actually destructive, because what's going to end up happening is in theory, you're just going to build another system that hurts them because you didn't include them, because you didn't listen to what they were saying.
Under oppression,
yep.
Yeah, you're like,
it's the same thing.
Where men should be the leaders, providers, and protectors, and women just be quiet and do what we say because we're saying it. And it's like, yeah, it's circular and like you said, destructive, absolutely destructive. So.
Yep, it's going to end up hurting. And if it ends up hurting them, it's going to end up hurting everybody, all of us. And that's and that's what's going on right now in real time. It's a lot of, like a group of people are being attacked and and it weakens the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's weaker because there's one group of people, or these two groups of people, or whatever the case may be. They're constantly being attacked, and there's this and in the system of capitalism, there is a permanent underclass of people, and it has to be in capitalism. It's baked into it. And the person, the group of people that are the permanent underclass, that lay down the bottom layer of it are women, right? And in this country, it's black women, but in every country it's women. In every country it's women. It's just, what I'm saying, in China it's women, but it's Chinese women. In Japan it's women, but it's Japanese women. And it's all like women are the lowest, on the
always that hierarchy because of the way the system is structured.
Yeah. So. And that's and if
you be a dark skinned woman in any of those,
it gets stacked on top of you. It gets stacked on top of you. There's like some of the layers are thin and some of the layers are you know what I mean? But like at the end of the day, you're gonna end up beneath, and then the lower you are, the more you get crushed. And
then also the more you understand what it takes to get from under it. Because
yeah,
you're experiencing all of that.
Facts, exactly. Yeah, and that's why I listen to them the most, because I'm like, who else? Yes, who is better to tell me this but these people? Why am I listening? You know what I mean? Like, why am I listening to you when they are like, this is what's going on, and this is my real world lived experience, and this is what's happening. Like, so it seems easy, right? To people, you know what I mean? Like, if you're
say it seems easy.
Mm-hmm. If you're looking to find an actual answer, it seems easy. If you're looking to actually change the stuff, it seems like you would go to the people that's being the most affected by it and be like, okay, what can we do? Like, you just tell us what we can do, and I'm gonna do what I can do. Right? But they overcomplicate it, they convolute it, they obfuscate, and that's what these men, that's what the cult of man teaches men to do. So that's why you will find a group of men, black men, it doesn't matter. They will always try to find a way to do that, because that's what it teaches us to do as men. It teaches us not to recognize the plight of women. It teaches us to say what the other gentleman said who came up here and was like, but what about my son? I don't want him to suffer, because some anonymous group of women may think, you know what? I think the reason why this guy's son got this job is because he's a man. Like, how does that affect you? You know what I'm saying? Like, who fucking cares? It's the same thing for me. Same thing for us as black people. we assume that the reason you got that job is because you're a white T-man. But how does that affect you?
Right.
You still got the job. You still rich. You still.
Right. So what are you complaining about?
What are you complaining about? Like, that's the least of your worries. Is you want everybody to know without a doubt that the reason you got that job is because you earned it. It's never gonna happen, bro. It's never gonna happen.
Absolutely not. It's like you said earlier, public. You was like, to the same gentleman. If you address the causes of the side effects, you therefore fix the side effects. Like,
yeah,
I don't want my son to experience this. Okay, so let's figure out why your son is experiencing this.
Yeah.
And when you actually, like you said, do the work and do the research and
but they're gonna assume that about his son no matter what. That's funny. They're gonna assume his son is a black boy, so he's gonna grow up to be a black man. White people are gonna assume the reason he got there was because of some tokenism, some, you know what I mean, some
put that on black women. Right.
Affirmative action, and then he just did the same thing to black women, and I'm like, what? You don't understand that?
Like, where do you think black women got it from? The same place you got it from. Like,
yeah,
come on, like let's actually, like you said, sit down and think about, you know, what we're talking about. And I don't understand how some people. I do understand how some people can say this out loud and not see, but it is always entertaining in the worst way,
yeah.
and annoying to just like hear people say, "Oh, men and women, this, that, and third," and without examining, as if this all exists in a vacuum, especially as black people. So.
That's facts, man. Hey, bro, I appreciate you coming up, brother.
Yeah, same, bro. Yeah.
Thanks for coming up, man. Come up anytime, man.
For sure. Thank you for having me up, bro.
No problem, fam. Let me get to this. I appreciate the super chat. BK Standard said, my mom is from Guyana. Hold on. That's ours right here. My mom is from Guyana. She said that her dad told her to stay away from military men and get a government job. I tell my nieces all the time, stay away from military men. Interesting. Interesting. Javon, see Javon, you probably done skirted out on your boy. I seen you in there, Javon. My fault, brother. I was trying to get to everybody in the queue. It was a good amount of people in there. I just needed to get around. No military, police, truck drivers. That list gonna keep growing. Eventually, it's just gonna be men. Stay away from men. They'll find you. Don't worry about it. Kay, what's good?
About to go eat.
Who?
You.
I'm about to go eat. What you talking about?
Oh, I thought you said you about to go eat.
I'm not.
I ain't want nothing. I came up here to troll Mr. Two Hellcats in a from about here, pay here with a Hummer.
Two Hellcats and a Hummer is wild.
From the junkyard, but he ain't got a hundo to come up. He ain't got a hundo to come back up to reclaim his time.
He want to reclaim his time. I'm reclaiming my time.
He don't want to reclaim his time.
That's wicked. I think I went lowball with it. I said them Hellcats was 70,000. I think they about 100.
Yeah, they like if you get it fully loaded, because I had a base model Charger, okay, and that shit was 35.
Yeah, a regular SE or SXT is third. SXT is like 30 some racks. Anywhere between there. I used to sell them.
But so I'm screaming, because I was y'all forgot I'm still postpartum, y'all. I'm trying. Somebody said they feel hit it from the bike.
That's y'all business.
Nosy. But no, I came up here because to troll him, but old boy was talking about he don't want his son growing up in a world where he's criticized just for being a man. Like, what?
He's just making up stuff.
The moisture.
Just making up shit. Come on, fam.
Just like, what in the world? Like, when has it ever been hard? I don't know. I ain't no man. I ain't even gonna wasn't gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was about to say, when has it ever been hard to be a man? But I ain't no man, so I can't speak to that. But he was serious, because I'm like, on the flip side, I'm like, now that we've moved to Florida, and I mentioned this to my sister about the smortion, sitch down here, and I was like, yeah, I'm really concerned about that, like in 12 years from now. And she was like, girl, why would you be caring about that 10 or 12 years from now? I said, because I have a daughter. And that's when it hit her. And she was like, dang, yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, so there are so many more things as women that we have to calculate and consider on a day-to-day basis, and you're afraid that your son is going to be criticized because he's a man
after he got a promotion. Like, that's the least that's what he got to worry about, is him getting after getting him. He be all right. He'll be fine. Pipe down.
And here's the thing: how many men are sitting in positions, sitting at desk, doing jobs for which they're not qualified for? Women getting passed up, other men, because men are victims too of patriarchy.
Yep.
Other men who are more qualified that might not be the right color are getting passed up. It's nasty work all around. So, sir, if you're still here, the least of your worries is your son growing up in a world where he gonna be criticized for being a man. Like, goddamn, like, come on.
Shit, crazy.
Like seriously. And then not to mention, you still have trans people that can't get jobs. That are still on the system and stuff like that. Like, y'all, it is so. Yep. There are so many more layers to this.
All feminine presenting people, pretty much. It's gonna be tough. Like,
exactly.
All
I
of them.
Watched a documentary a few years back. It was on HBO about this group of trans women that were trying to get it back into the job market. Not for nothing. Pose was what highlighted the fact that you had to be unclockable to get a job at that time back in the 80s.
Oh, easily, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just things like that. And I'm like, these are things you'll never have to worry about being a man.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
And then not for nothing, Caitlyn Jenner. It was said once that even though she is feminine presenting now, she still has the mentality of a white Republican male.
She does, yeah.
Those ideals.
Yeah, they don't go.
All that is still reeking of misogyny. How that works?
Yep.
So that's why you're not likable. It's not because you're trans. It's because of your ideology and what you believe and how you still ostracize people, even of the community with which you now identify.
Yep.
So it's so many more layers, but I really wish that these men would let the interpersonal relationship plight go. Like, the reason why you ain't got no woman is because you're not likable. Period. Point blank. Your breath probably stink. Like, you probably still stay with your mama. You ain't telling us the whole tea when you get up here in this box.
Yeah.
Like, you
it ain't feminism and it ain't welfare. It's you.
And that's what I say. And I'll even venture to say, go back and ask them women why they ghosted you. Like, if you get a chance, cash out for $5 and ask her why she ghosted you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they would never.
Page and say, hey, if there's something I could improve as a man, during our time together, what would that thing have been? You know what I'm saying? Like, try to find out that instead of getting rejected by a woman that you thought that you were good enough for, because this is about ego. You thought that you were a good enough man, and you were a good man, and you got picked over. And sir, we can smell your breath from 6 feet away.
Yeah, over the internet.
Over the internet.
Yep.
And you skipping baths and shit. Like let's be for real, man. Like,
There's so many more things. Not for nothing, the one time she came over to your house, your underwear was on the floor in the corner, and you hadn't cleaned your toilet in preparation for her coming. You didn't have enough toilet paper, and you used Dial soap. You finna mess up this lady pH balance, and you filthy.
It's all a bad look all around. It be a struggle, man. It'd be a struggle.
I really want them to stop thinking that it's because, oh, they just went for the handsome guy and they got played, so now they made they bed, they got the lay in it because they overlooked a good man.
Yeah.
Because, like, come on, man. A good man with bad hygiene, a good man with poor character, a good man that a red pillar. Like, come on, good is subjective. But you can only claim to be good based on what people have told you about your character. You can't walk around here saying you're a good man.
Rocky said, I went for the ugly guy and still got played.
Did he cam up?
Nah, GV didn't cam up, but she said she went for the ugly guy.
And I went to his page and he just got a whole bunch of reposted videos. So that tells me all I need to know. Because if you was that dude, you wouldn't be minding like posting a little video and popping your shit.
Yeah. You wouldn't mind showing your face. But
exactly. But that's all I got. I ain't got no more. Y'all stop being horrible people and thinking y'all getting picked over because I ain't got enough money. No, you just suck. You suck.
Just terrible.
You're intolerable. I told somebody that you're intolerable. You're not a likable person. If I could choose to be in a room with you, I wouldn't. Like, come on, man. That's it. That's all I got. Y'all have fun.
All right, Kay. Appreciate you. Oh man, I might need to give me something to eat. Hey, 2:41. All right, so we almost there. I try to do 3 minimum. I'm gonna bring it. I gotta eat, man. I gotta eat. I'll be back. Somebody's Makila, thanks for the super chat. She said 2 2015 Hellcats and the 2010 Hummers. Wow. Did the Hellcats come out 2015? I think they did, huh? I do got a fast metabolism, man. Yeah, I got to okay, so look, check this out. When I come back, I'm going to do a live in a minute after I get done eating real quick. I'm about to I'm going to do another live, and we're going to basically we're going to recap some of the problematic lives that I caught today. Oh man, we're going to recap some of the problematic lives that I caught today, and yeah, we're going to listen to them, and I don't know what I'm about to eat. Honestly, don't know, but it's down there. I got the recordings. I got the screen recordings. So we'll go through it. Yeah, GV was back in the queue. I told him, nah, he ain't cash out. I don't know what he doing. I told him, you got to pay to play, GV. You put that, they paid to drop you. You got to pay to come back, brother. That'd be unfair to the people that dropped you. You drop that 100. I got you, bro. You can come up and yap again till they pay to drop you again. I'm down for it, brother. I love to have you. The cash app right there. Look, right above your head. It's Prince A's right there, brother. It's only 100. Light work. It's only 100. I'm gonna come back. Let me see, what time is it? 1:30. I'm gonna come back. I'll probably be back on here around 2:30 or so. Maybe less. Yep. I'm about to eat. I'm going on vacation tomorrow, so I ain't gonna, I got a couple days. I'm about to get it in today. We'll have us a good day. Get Cedar for what? Cedar down there working. I don't know, that motherfucker salvaged. 2 salvaged Hellcats is wow. Appreciate y'all on the YouTubes. Come join me again. I'll be back on around 2:30.